With immense open spaces and sparse population, the beautiful country of Mongolia still holds the intrigue of the frontier. Spectacular landscapes make way for a land of horses, sheep, goats, camels, and yaks, all managed by nomadic families that roam the fenceless country in search of pasture. With the collapse of the Soviet Union, Mongolia gained independence in 1990 and was suddenly faced with new challenges of building government administration, structure and services. With assistance from other nations and non-governmental organizations like ADRA, Mongolia has made rapid advancement towards a stable, well-functioning democratic system that serves the needs of its citizens. However, as can often happen with new administrations, some sectors of Mongolian society have been slower to receive assistance. In many developing nations, children with cognitive or physical disabilities are often marginalized and neglected. Because of social stigma, embarrassment, or fear of ridicule, children with disabilities are often kept hidden away from their community. Without normal stimulus, education, or interaction with other children, they are never able to reach their full potential or live an enjoyable life. One of the missions of ADRA Mongolia, since it began working in the country in the early 1990s, has been to serve the needs of children, especially those neglected by parents, community, or government. Over the years, ADRA has developed a number of programs, tools and educational materials that reach out to the forgotten children of Mongolia. Of all the disabilities a child can have, perhaps the least understood in many cultures are cognitive disabilities. When a baby is born with cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, or autism, parents may be so filled with feelings of helplessness, guilt, grief, or even embarrassment that the child may not receive adequate care. With little or no understanding of the condition, few government services, and limited support from family or community, caring for a child with cognitive disabilities can be overwhelming. With assistance and funding from the European Commission and ADRA UK, ADRA Mongolia is conducting an integrated program that is changing the lives of children with cognitive disabilities in Mongolia. Through publicity campaigns, education and awareness-building programs, ADRA is sensitizing policymakers, government officials, social workers, doctors, educators, community leaders, parents and peers about the needs and real abilities of children with cognitive disorders. By providing early diagnostic tools, implementing treatment and therapy programs, parent support groups and home activities, ADRA is helping these children meet their full potential. When Zaya was born in 2005, she seemed normal, like any other baby. But as she got a little older, her parents began to notice some unusual motions and movements. When she began to have seizures, they took her into their doctor for testing, where she was diagnosed as having cerebral palsy.
At first we were shocked and then overwhelmed. We didn't know what to do. We felt lost and alone, not really knowing how to care for our baby girl. It was very stressful, especially for me. People in our community, even some of my relatives, blamed me for having a baby that was unhealthy, a child with problems. There didn't seem to be anyone that could help us. There was no information, no services, no program, no treatments. We did the best that we could, trying to teach her how to take care of herself and do things for herself. When she was 3, she began to crawl, and eventually she learned how to walk. We did our best to come up with exercises that would strengthen her muscles and increase her ability, but we still felt as though there must be more that could be done for her. We just didn't know what. Then, about a year ago, ADRA started a programme in our community that has really helped us and our little Zaya. One of the first things they did was form a parents group in our community that brought together others that were facing the same challenges. Not only did we learn from each other, but ADRA has provided us all with a wealth of information and has connected us with government services. Through our meetings, we were given a voice and actually participated in helping shape public policies on the types of services that needed to be provided for children like Zaya. ADRA has been able to arrange to bring physical therapists here from Germany, who are not only working with our Zaya, but training local doctors on the types of therapy that help children like her develop their abilities. My husband and I have come to all of these sessions and are learning how to do the exercises at home. It has been a wonderful help. Zaya is now running and playing with the other children and can do many activities that we thought that she would never be able to do. She loves to help me in the garden and around the house. She works on her arts and crafts and is now attending a kindergarten. We're so grateful that ADRA has come to help us. It has made all the difference in the world.
Batar is 14 years old. At first glance, you might not even know that he suffers from any disability. He seems like any other teenage boy. He helps his mother with the chores and greets visitors with a welcome drink. But Batar suffers from a cognitive disability that has caused him and his mother to face many challenges in their community.
There were complications during delivery of my son, but the doctors thought that he would be fine. It was only as he grew older and I noticed that he had problems with his speech that I began to wonder if there might be something wrong. When I would take him to the doctor for other things, they would sometimes comment that he was a boy with special needs. I did not want to accept the idea that there was something wrong with my boy and lived in denial for a long time. I now wish that there had been a way to have an early diagnosis of his problem. If we'd known right away, there may have been more that we could have done for him during the early years of his development. Many of the people of our community have labelled my son as a retard, and through the years it has been very difficult for us. We faced our biggest challenge when I tried to send him to school. The children laughed at him, and the teachers were very negative. They said, "Don't even try to send him to school. It is impossible for him to learn anything." Things have really changed since ADRA began working with disabled children in our district. They have conducted big awareness campaigns in the community and in the schools that have really helped change the attitudes of people toward the disabled. The students are much more accepting and understanding, and the same teachers who once said that he would never be able to learn anything are now encouraging him to finish high school. ADRA has been just great. One of their workers has spent a lot of time with my son, encouraging him and befriending him. My son even calls him his ADRA brother.
One of the biggest challenges of the programme has been finding children with cognitive disabilities among the nomadic families living in remote regions of Mongolia. Anno lives with her grandparents on the remote steppes of Mongolia. Every couple of months they pack up their house and move their animals onto greener pastures.
It is very challenging for us to take Anno to see a doctor or to enrol her in any kind of school because we live so far away from everything and we are always on the move. ADRA has helped connect us with a doctor and has provided us with the information about all the other services and opportunities available to us. They have started her in a distance education programme where she will be able to continue living with us while she learns. A teacher will make regular visits to our home to monitor and evaluate her progress. We are so grateful for what ADRA has done. This initiative for children with cognitive disabilities builds on the programme that we have been conducting in this region now for many years. We are working not only with children, parents and teachers, but also with local government agencies and public servants in the health, education and social welfare services. The programme is developing early diagnostic tools and is working with family doctors, school doctors, preschool teachers as well as social workers. Our aim is to provide a rich, holistic service for kids living in the remote areas in which we are working. In the long run, we believe that this programme will be incorporated into the national system and that the manuals and diagnostic tools will be replicated and used throughout Mongolia. We are already seeing many kids with cognitive disabilities who are benefiting, and we believe that soon many more kids throughout the country will live better lives because of this programme.
If you would like to find out more about this programme or other ways that ADRA UK is helping children around the world live better, happier, more fulfilled lives, please visit our website at adra.org.uk. Thank you for your support.